Hello, welcome back. It's Debbie from Living, Loving Beach to Bay, and I am back with another fabulous installment about why Coastal Delaware is just the absolute best place to live, work, and play. If inclined, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you be a follower and really enjoy this weekly, bi-weekly content that's all about living your best life in Coastal Delaware. So this week's topic is, and I know that I say this so often that they are near and dear to my heart, but I am a really huge fan of everything four-legged. So particularly household pets like pups and kitty cats. But today it's really all about living in Coastal Delaware with your four-legged friend and family members. So the thing that I'm most excited to share with you is that from May 15th through September 15th, not only is parking free in all of the coastal communities, but your pups are welcome on all of the beaches and all of the boardwalks. Now, year-round, puppies of all sizes, shapes, colors, breeds, etc. are welcome on the sidewalks and in many of the cafes and many of the events that we love so much here at Coastal Delaware. But this time of the year, they can romp and roll on all of the beaches. They can romp and roll, play, run, etc., chase balls on the boardwalks. But what today's video is really all about is, what is life like living in a coastal community with a puppy, or a big puppy, or a mature puppy? So I call them all pups. I am a huge fan of those pup cups. I know that Starbucks originated those pup cups, but most of the coffee shops in and around the Coastal Delaware area also have some version of a pup cup as well. But let's really dig into the details of why living in Coastal Delaware is even better with a four-legged family member by your side. This time of year is perfect for pups enjoying, all of the coastal beaches. There are actually several beaches that are available for pups and families year-round. One of them is a piece of Fenwick Beach. So on the northern side of Fenwick State Park, there is an area that dogs are allowed on all year long. So, you want to always remember that not everyone is going to love your puppy as much as you do. So I would, of course, include leashes, collars, bowls to obviously provide dogs with water and things like that. But there is one beach right in the north side of Fenwick that is available for puppies all year round. And Cape Henlopen State Park also has specific areas year round where puppies are free to roam, free to chase balls and frisbees and other pups, etc. But those are just two examples of the coastal areas that have year-round invitations for pups. And as I said, from May 15th to September 15th, every coastal community invites puppies for those long beach walks. Of course, parks, trails, and those kinds of adventures are always perfect areas for dogs to walk side by side with you, with your, any of your family members and friends that may be joining you. I would say this again, whether it's the Breakwater Junction Trail, the Cape Henlopen State Park, Salt Ponds, so many of these wonderful areas to enjoy trail walking, trail biking, trail hiking, and with your pup in tow. Always please remember that a dog should be collared, a dog should be leashed, and of course, never forget the poop bag, because dogs do obviously like to poop outside. That is their preference, as it should be. But you always want to remember that as a responsible pet owner, you want to be picking up after your pup so that another trail user, individual enjoying those trails as much as you are, is not stepping in Fido or, Bethany's poop that was left by the side. Most of the outdoor markets are pet friendly as well. You will absolutely see signs as you walk into a market, as you travel a market, etc. There are a couple of farmers markets that I have to be sad to say. I know it's probably the right thing for hygiene and for some of those market attendees, but pets are not welcome in those markets. But for the most part, those are few and far between. Most of the markets, the festivals, the events in Coastal Delaware are also pet friendly. They're family and they're welcome to come. How about dining with your dog, dining out with your dog? So many of the restaurants in and around, whether from Fenwick to Bethany to Dewey to Lewis to Rehoboth and everything in between and all around. All of these communities have a lot of outdoor dining, and obviously most outdoor dining is certainly welcome for pets. What you'll find, as a matter of fact, I've never counted them, but I'm sure they're north of the hundreds as you're walking in and around boardwalks and in and around some of these beautiful shopping areas on coastal Delaware. What you'll find as you walk into each and every one of these restaurants or retail establishments is a dog water bowl sitting outside. So I can tell you that there are so many dog-friendly environments for you to bring your dog alone, sit on the patio, enjoy a beverage, an appetizer, a light bite, and have your pup right there in tow. And because pets are four-legged family members, really deserve all of the very best, there are unbelievable pet veterinary facilities, there are emergency facilities, and then there are a whole host of pet grooming facilities. There's Grooming Gals in Selbyville. There's the Millville Pet Shop. There are wonderful groomers and pet care situations in Rehoboth and Lewis, etc. And then the up-and-coming, newest kind of addition to coastal Delaware pet family is almost resort style. So it's making a big play here is Pet Doggy Daycare. And if you are inclined to think of your pet as that other family member, maybe almost with the same affection and really indulgence as children or grandchildren, these pet doggy daycares are making a huge splash in coastal Delaware as well. So how do you involve your pets in the local events? Well, whether it's the Sea Witch Festival, whether it's Fire and Ice Festival in Bethany, which is held in January, and the Sea Witch Festival, which is held in October, and all of the parades and all of those others. There's even a wonderful exclusive dog event in Bethany Beach over Halloween weekend. So these are just some of the examples of how we try to include the pets in the celebration and the community events here in coastal Delaware. So as I said, bring your pet in tow, consider your move to coastal Delaware. Hit me up, subscribe, chat with me, because not only can I talk about real estate and running, but it's another one of my favorite topics is how to include your four-legged family members in your conversation about life in coastal Delaware. So I don't want this to be a negative, but there are certainly laws and regulations with pets here in coastal Delaware. Like in any community and any, county, pets need to be registered. We do a very, very strong leash laws. As I've talked about, we have a pick up after your pet commitment in all communities, etc. But really it's for your safety, for the community's safety, and most importantly, your pet safety, that we really want to cover these aspects of good and responsible pet ownership. That certainly is important here in coastal Delaware, as it should be anywhere. When you acquire a pet, whether you adopt, whether pet falls kind of into your lap, and before you know it, you've got this new wonderful friend. You really want to take on that responsibility with gusto, and that includes licensing, proper vaccinations, leashing, picking up after that pet, really making sure that that pet is truly a valued member of your family, as well as a valued member of the community. Final thoughts. I believe that living in coastal Delaware is all that and more. I live here, I work here, I play here, and I do have pets. Right now, I am really privileged to live with two very active ragdoll cats, Jilly and Winston. You'll occasionally see them. They're probably going to make their way onto the camera sooner or later. But I'm also very fortunate that I have grand pups that visit me often. One by the name of Bethany, and she's really quite the joy. She's a mini golden doodle. She prances around my neighborhood. She prances on the boardwalk. She prances on the beach. She goes with me and with my family members to dine out or to the festivals. So I really think that coastal Delaware is a delightful area to live, work, and play for you and your pets. So my call to action would be, if you'd like to know more about living in coastal Delaware, whether you want to run with me, whether you want to bike with me, or whether you want to chat about living with a pet in coastal Delaware, Please hit the subscribe button, email me, message me, send me your thoughts on what we can do to really entertain you even more about living in coastal Delaware. Thanks, everyone.